am the fire. I am burning brighter, roaring like a storm. And I am the one. Phoenix Nation. It's your girl, Jade Phoenix. How you doing? If I sound a little tired, there's a very good reason. And surprise, surprise, we're actually not in the Chocobo nest. Ooh. We're actually in the Phoenix's nest doing this. This is amazing. Like, so, because this is an episode of firsts.
Yes.
Well, not firsts, honestly. It's an epic milestone.
For sure.
For sure. and I'm like super excited. So like, you know, let me do my spiel. Here we go. It's your girl Jade Phoenix here. How you doing? And you are listening to the Feinics Gate podcast. And as always, I am joined by my partner in crime, the Chocobo Butt. I swear.
Hello, everybody.
It's always gonna happen. I don't care. Every time we do this song will play when I introduce my partner. It just not sorry. Deal with it. It's happening. I mean, speaking of milestones, you hit a milestone recently.
Yes.
A huge milestone.
It took me a moment because I was like, what is she talking about? Oh!
Wait, what is Jade referring to? I have no knowledge of milestones. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I hit 400 followers on Twitch recently, like 2 weeks ago now, right?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the people have spoken. They like the Chocobo butt.
Even though the stream hasn't been working right.
Yeah, the freaking...
The setup,
the sounds. Like, I mean, for the last 2 weeks, honestly, I've also been struggling to set up the Feinics Gate's Twitch to get it to work correctly. And then finally, I had a chance, was it last Sunday?
Yeah. For
Scotty's on Fire to be like, Jade, you're an idiot. You can't loop it through your computer, dumbass. You have to use a monitor. I'm like, oh. Oops.
Yeah, because I think, what was the issue? Your game, you were going through your monitor, the game, right? Not through...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it turns out, like,
because then everything worked fine, right? After? Ish?
I mean,
It worked better?
It worked a lot better. Okay. Yeah. You know, so, basically, the best part about this is that, like, the only thing that we noticed that I still needed was a USB hub. And, you know, I got that today. So your girl's going to most likely stream tomorrow.
Ooh, nice.
I mean, your streaming day is tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that till you mentioned it. Because I'm not even thinking about tomorrow.
It's Monday.
I know.
Yeah, because we are actually podcasting on a Sunday. There's a reason why we're doing this on a Sunday and why you didn't get the beautiful sounds of our voices during the week.
Yes, there's a reason.
Would you like to tell them the reason?
This weekend was AnimeNYC.
Yeah, buddy. It was. We did enjoy. But unfortunately, there was also
emotional damage,
which you will have to come and tune in during next week. We are actually going to have a very special guest. It's a surprise. I'll be releasing the name of the guest on our social media. So if you're not following us on our Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, I suggest you get on that because that is the only place you're going to know where our special guest is for next week's podcast.
It's definitely going to be a good one, too.
Oh, it's going to be good because let's just say today we're only going to talk about good things. We're only going to talk about our milestones and happy things and all the happy-making things. But next week, oh, that tea is going to be good.
Emotional damage.
I'm telling you. I am telling you that tea is scalding hot.
What did he say?
Oh, yeah, it's going to happen.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this one, too. But I'm also looking forward to next one.
I mean, I am, too, because honestly, the tea talk is going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. It's going to be big. So I really suggest y'all tune in for that one. And if we sound a little tired and we're a little out of it, there's a reason for that too, besides just AnimeNYC. What is that reason? Oh, I know. Because we worked as press and exhibitors all weekend.
Yep, so we were there actually earlier by like at least an hour to 2 hours beforehand.
Every day.
So we are very tired. And then stayed later to close each day. So yeah, we're really tired.
And this is on top of it taking us about half an hour to 45 minutes each day to get into the city.
Because traffic.
Because New York is garbage. And it's ow. I hit my hand on that one. No, what do you call it? So, and then about an hour each to get home every day.
I want to say almost that today might have been the longest to get home, I felt like.
There was a lot of traffic.
Yeah, there was a lot of traffic today.
Well, they are setting up. We did, as we were going in today, did see that they're setting up for the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah.
They're building that little
the green
stand.
They put the green floor down for where the dances are going to be, and they put up the bleachers and like the photography areas getting set up and everything.
Yep, that's true.
I do like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade.
I do too.
I do like watching it. It's just a little of. I like that more than the actual Thanksgiving. Part. I just like waking up and getting to watch a parade.
Exactly. Like I like to wake up.
I enjoy the simple thing.
Wake up, watch a parade, and
then the dog show.
And then the dog show.
Yep.
Hey, baby.
Dog show. we stand the dog show because, unfortunately, what is the one thing that you always say that a Pomeranian will never win?
No, it's always like random dog breeds that you like never actually see in person. No! That lived, like the Affenpinscher, and you're just like, who actually has an Affenpinscher besides these dog show people? Stop! I've never seen one in the wild.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, they're all cute. I love all the dogs at the dog show, but I personally would like a Pomeranian to win, or a Dachshund.
You're biased.
I am biased because I've had both, so I would like one of those.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But yeah, we're celebrating today also, not just because of the press and exhibitor badges for AnimeNYC. We're also celebrating because this is a milestone episode. This is an episode full of milestones, and the episode number is a milestone.
It's true. We're at episode 75. We are issue 75, kids. We are 3/4 of a century, and the Feinics Gate has been in existence since 2017.
We're elders now.
We are. Well, we already were.
We're elderly.
We're but
geriatric.
What the thing is, and everybody's like, wait, Jade, you've had the Feinics Gate since 2017. Shouldn't you be a lot farther along than 75 episodes? Yeah, I should. All right, but
we're working on it.
Pandemic.
Yeah,
the pandemic really fucked us up in that regard, and then also staff changes. Fuck you, Josh. So, but we love you, Lithy. Still love the Lithy, but fuck you, Josh.
Squirtle.
We're trying to erase that chapter, and unfortunately, that's another reason why I need to start streaming on Twitch, because apparently I didn't realize on some streamers' page when I follow them or join the stream, they'll pull up what the last clip is.
So it's like completely. It's like a thing you could put into your Twitch that it automatically like picks any clip that you have.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And like completely random. You can't even set what clip it is, because if I could set what clip it is, I know I have clips I would have set it to.
Yeah.
But it like just picks from whatever clips you have.
I don't like that.
But you know what you can do is you can go on your Twitch page and actually delete clips you don't like. So then it has a fewer pool to pull from.
I don't know.
I would probably do that, except that is probably... I don't like erasing the earlier episodes of The Gate, regardless of who's on it. Only because that's where we started. That's our roots. We've already cut away the dead parts, so we don't need to, erase it completely, if that makes any sense. Because it's where we came from. You were able to see the progression of how we've molded, changed, our setups have changed, everything's changed. Like, this is episode 75, and honestly, granted, we do not have a ton of episodes the way my brothers at the second rounds have over, I think they have over 200 episodes.
We will get there.
We'll get there. But they also had a 2-year head start on me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I may be the first lady of the second rounds, but I only met those guys after Tommy James, Mr. Oh So Smooth, started the second rounds, I think, 2 years before me. And he also went through a lot of growing pains as well.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud that this show has reached 75 episodes.
We are on our way to 100.
Yeah. And
we got to do something special for that. We need air horns
oh my God.
for it. And like,
honestly, I want to go live.
we
I
need
want to go
confetti,
live.
maybe a piñata, because I want candy.
So I want to bring it for episode 100. I kind of want to bring it old school, and I want to go live.
Okay.
The way I used to, when it was me and Josh, where we used to go live on Facebook. We would cross stream on Facebook, Instagram. I would like to revisit that.
We'll wear a party dress.
We could totally dress up.
We should wear party dresses. Like it's a children's party. But we're adults. But we're children adults.
That just sound.
Hold on. You know what? Erase that. Knock it off.
I'm just gonna
I'm in my head. I'm picturing like you know like the baby doll dresses and like party hats and stuff. That's what I'm picturing.
We could totally wear freaking party hats and shit. I don't mind that, but I'm not putting on a dress. You couldn't get me to wear a dress unless it's except for the cosplay that I wore yesterday. You cannot.
You were
get
stunning
me.
in that.
Thank you. You cannot get me to wear a dress. I'm sorry. You know, it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. You know, it's just not gonna happen.
Have you ever seen on Instagram though those ones that's like from like I don't remember how you pronounce it. It's like Tutomushi or something like that. They're like the really stunning dresses that have like some of them. The new line has like stars all over the dresses. First of all, but they're like those really like pretty.
I know one dress that I will wear.
What?
But only if you get its counterpart.
What?
The strawberry dress.
Yeah, they're the ones who made that.
I want the strawberry dress.
Yeah.
I'll wear that in black.
Yeah, they make dresses like that. It's the same people, I think.
Okay,
who did
I
that.
will wear the strawberry dress.
I love the black one.
Okay,
Have you seen the cherry version, though? Where it's the same thing, it's just cherries.
Okay, fine. I'll wear cherries. You wear strawberries in black. That's the only way you will get me to wear a pretty dress and look kawaii. Okay. Kawaii. Which is actually appropriate because we were at AnimeNYC all weekend.
Yeah!
Hey! I'm all right with that.
Ada. That wasn't a sound clip.
As you say. As you say. So let's get into it, shall we? I mean, like, we are celebrating. We're also celebrating big milestones at AnimeNYC as well. Yes. I debuted 2 new cosplays.
Yes, you did.
You debuted two new cosplays?
2... I guess you could say 3 because the third one I never wore to a con.
So technically 3 debuts.
Yeah,
because I don't count it because I've shot cosplays that I've never worn out.
Yeah, because this was like a shoot only costume, and now I brought it to a con.
Right. So for me, I would count that as an actual debut. Honestly,
yeah.
You want other people to see it organically, not just on the internet. That's just my personal take.
No, yeah, that's why I'm like you get like 2 or 3 depending on what your take is, I guess.
It's called a hustle.
It's true.
It is a hustle.
It's true. It's true. I mean, if you can't tell from the background noise a little bit, we are surrounded by the Feinics Gate's Army of Darkness. So the little like clicky click that you hear are their cute little nails on the cute little things. A little bit of what is that, ASMR?
Yeah, it's called pet ASMR, I guess.
Pet ASMR, and I hate it so fucking much. I hate ASMR. Oh my god, I fucking hate it. Oh my god. And it started showing up on my For You page again, where they do the fucking live of just ASMR, and I'm just like, fuck off! Like, speak up.
I do gotta say, I do like the sound of the cutting of the kinetic sand. It's got a kind of nice sound. That's one of the few ones that I like.
Okay, that's cool. Because
I also like how it looks, though. It also looks cool.
But it also calms the ADHD monster in me. So I will allow it, but I hate it when they do the...
You don't like the talking. You don't like the ASMR talking.
Or the sounds that they're like this.
Wait, because it just sounds like a weird storm going on. Like...
I can't do it. I can't do it. It's
that was ASMR by the Feinics Gate.
No, it wasn't. Maybe a little. But
yeah, Yeah,
No.
so we had a lot of debuts this weekend.
Yeah.
We were hanging out at Cosplay Prepare with the Paladins of Cosplay.
Well, you're a paladin.
Yes, this was my first official Paladin of Cosplay event. I guess.
Not counting the mini events that they're held.
Yeah,
just
like the
amongst
photo shoots, but as far as like working for them,
yes.
doing work as a paladin. This was my
Yeah.
first event with them, so I was excited, and you got to help too.
I did,
and it was a lot of fun. We worked so hard.
You and I worked really hard.
We like kicked our asses working at the cosplay repair.
Oh my god! Word of advice, AnimeNYC goers. We adore seeing your beautiful, happy faces, but please, it is cosplay repair, not cosplay prepare. All right?
Or construction or commission.
It's just no. We're not there to prepare your cosplay for you.
Yeah.
We're there to repair your cosplay. We dealt with recordly low temperatures this weekend.
Oh yeah, no. This
it was
weekend
freezing
It's,
for New York.
Right now, I was just putting stuff in my car before the podcast, and I think I was out for all of maybe 5 minutes, and my cheeks were burning. They were so cold. For 5 minutes.
It is 32 degrees in Queens right now.
What does it feel like though?
22.
Like it should. I almost feel like it's like 17 out. It has that kind of feel to it.
You know what? Honestly, but it feels like 22. And honestly, but then when the wind blows,
that's when it's like
it's bad. Yeah. I mean, I know for a fact. My friend Chris lives upstate, just outside of Canada.
Yeah,
he's about he's in Watertown, I believe, or just outside of Watertown. That's about 6 hours up.
Yeah,
he already has about 4 or 5 feet of snow.
Feet. Dang.
Yeah. So it's not.
It's winter
for him.
It's definitely winter.
I mean, considering the fact that last week we had temperatures that were in the high 70s.
Yeah, we
were in the high 70s last week, and now we're in the low 30s.
There was
no chill.
This is why allergies.
This is why global warming.
Yeah, and this is why people get sick because that is too drastic and sudden of a temperature change for human bodies.
Bitch.
Yeah, we'll bitch away. I don't fucking care. Because I'm sorry, I never get cold. It's
you were actually
rare.
cold this weekend.
I was cold, and that's how at 99% of the time, my friends and family will know that it is fucking cold because I'll sit there and be like, I'm cold. You, miss, I can wear a freaking bikini and sit on a glacier and not be cold. Yeah, I was cold. I was chilled. I was chilly. Okay, I was a little chilly. I didn't like it. But compared to the fiasco that we spoke about AnimeNYC last year.
Oh, this was a
hands
huge
down.
improvement.
Oh my god, you guys, whoever is running AnimeNYC, you listened.
Yes.
Thank you.
This was one of probably the biggest shows of like a convention listening to the mass critiques from the previous year and changing as much as they possibly could for the year after.
It's true. And then it was a milestone for them too.
This was their
5 years.
Fifth year. This was we're just going to call this the milestone episode.
The milestone episode, honestly. Well, one of them.
Yeah. But so 5 years doing it because they had to take I think they took 1 year off for pandemic.
2020.
Otherwise, this would have been 6.
This would have been 6. No. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
Can we count?
This is the math.
Can we count?
GIF in.
No. This is aftermath of 3 days of cosplay, 3 days of working on other people's cosplays, wigs, and makeup. This is 3 days of us getting up about 4 hours of sleep, maybe 3 each day, or at least for me anyway.
I think I got 5 last night.
Ooh, nice.
Because
luxurious.
I know, right? Oh boy, 5 hours. Oh my.
No, unfortunately.
So fancy.
No, I was up later than I should have been.
This is also the day I think I ate the most.
That's true. I
went from eating nothing on Friday to I had 3 meals today.
And the thing is that I was saying to her, you eat? Did you eat? I'm not hungry. I'm gonna wreck it. I'm like, you're hungry. Eat. No, I don't want to. I don't want to.
Yep.
But, I mean, and the reason why I was up late, I know we said we're only going to talk about happy things, is somebody very near and dear and very important to me passed away last night. Mm-hmm. Jason David Frank, the original Green Ranger, White Ranger, doesn't matter what incarnation of Power Ranger you knew him as, that man was a huge influence on almost every single person in our age group that I know in some way, shape, or form.
I had a Power Ranger birthday party when I was little.
Yeah. Power Rangers was huge for me. It was something that I watched with my brother and my sister. It was one of the only things that we ever watched together because we loved it. And then I continued loving Power Rangers even when they thought it was dumb. And I have met and hung out and talked to that man for the last 10 years, at least 5-6 times a year. I've seen him, hung out with him, you know, had conversations. He is part of the inspiration that I have when it came to getting in shape, losing weight, you know, having a positive attitude even when things kind of go fucked up. Because he had he had a dark side.
Yeah.
We all knew this. Anybody who knew him knew that. So we lost him, and the world is a lot darker for it. And it's funny because it was a universal bad vibe yesterday, and nobody could figure out what it was. And to find this news breaking at, like, I found out around,
I think it was like 1 a.m.
It was 1 a.m.
I woke up this morning and then saw your post from last night.
Yep.
And I saw the timestamp, and it was like posted at, like, I think it was like 1 or something like that. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And I was just doing a last minute doom scroll through Instagram before I went to sleep. And I saw a post from a friend, a good friend who is like me. You know, we got our pulse on level kind of deal. And I hit him up and I was like, you better be fucking lying. It's a hoax. You're lying. Because, you know, they just had a death hoax about Jimmy Fallon. They just had a death hoax about somebody else, I think, recently. And all they were was, like, on vacation in, like, Thailand or Indonesia and were, like, incommunicado because they left, like, they just weren't answering people on social media. Celebrities are allowed to have lives, people.
Yeah.
But I couldn't sleep for maybe about an extra hour after that because I'm scouring now the internet to see if there was a reputable source, news source saying hoax or reality.
Yeah.
Couldn't find anything, but I did find the original postings from, like, his trainer, Bat in the Sun, an artist that he worked with, and then all the other Power Rangers were posting it on their Instagram stories, which they will not do if it was not true.
Yeah.
But it turns out that, like, for once, the fucking vultures that is news outlets like TMZ and shit like that were being respectful because that's the kind of man that Jason David Frank was. So they waited until it was okayed by the family to release the news that he had actually passed. So, you know.
They have a slight soul. The smallest hint of a soul.
Tiny.
Yeah.
But again, I do think that the only reason they did that is because of who Jason David Frank was and what he represented. So, yeah. So that happened. I totally went off on a tangent on what we wanted to talk about.
We're talking about AnimeNYC.
Yeah, so that kind of put, like, me in, like, that's why I didn't sleep very well last night.
Yeah.
And also, I just have a hard time sleeping because insomnia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love it, love it, love it, you know?
Always love that. A magical feeling.
You know, but I was in an easy cosplay. I was in MILESTONE today.
Yes.
Little upgrade on the makeup. I'm still working on how I like the actual makeup for MILESTONE.
I liked how you looked today.
Thank you. I tried to make it a little bit more, like, scary Viking-esque kind of makeup.
Yeah, I liked the like I want to say like almost like scroll work that you did.
Yeah, that's what I was...
with the white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot.
Thank you. I'm like still...
You guys can check it out on the Instagram later.
Oh, yeah, they'll be up there. I did get a professional shoot today. I actually had professional shoots every day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I remember what we were talking about now. Dresses.
Yeah.
My other debut cosplay was Queen Serenity.
From Sailor Moon.
From Sailor Moon. And I'm not talking Princess Serenity of the Silver Millennium. I'm not talking Neo Queen Serenity of Crystal Tokyo. I'm talking the OG Mama Moon Queen Serenity. I'm still mad, though, that we left my wings.
But it's okay, because you still looked fabulous. That was not the sound effect I thought you were going to use.
I know. And that was the point.
Like, we're going to use the magical one again. Still not the same one.
Still works. Still works, because I was scary and white. Ugh, whatever. But you debuted today. You were in a dress.
I was in a dress.
You were in a dress.
I was very... This was probably my comfiest to wear, besides the boots, but that's because it's the third day of wearing shoes in general and walking around, so they were gonna hurt regardless.
Our feet were... We were... When I say we were busting our asses...
Yeah. So I was Lenore from Castlevania today, so I was nice and warm because I got to put my sweatpants under the dress, and not the whole day. But
and it was velvet.
It was velvet. I had a
throw.
fur cape thing, like a fake fur one, so that was also really warm. So I was pretty cozy.
That's right. You were very, very cozy. You looked fucking fantastic.
Still got the makeup on because I'm lazy.
No, not lazy. Pretty. Okay.
It's a pretty makeup.
It's
I don't want to take it off.
Take it off. I don't want to. Just take it off. No.
It stays on my face forever now.
The only reason I even purged myself of any makeup is because literally half my face was black.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think that while we live in New York City, I don't think that most people would even be fazed by somebody who's walking around in like half of a Viking mask kind of esque makeup or what we see on TikTok.
Someone probably would have walked up to you and been like, you look cool. That's probably what would have happened if you did.
It's possible. I mean, I'm thinking about it. Now I'm thinking about it and I'm just like.
Well, that was like when we were in Joann's and the lady was like, I like your hair. Remember that?
I get compliments about my hair.
Yeah, it probably would have been the same thing if we were walking around and you still had it on. They would have been like,
I like your makeup
yeah,
and your
like
hair.
Your makeup and your hair.
And your hair. Yeah, but no, I had to get that off because also I didn't want it to stain.
Yeah.
The longer I keep it on, the more likely it is to just like stain my skin. Even I had the barrier spray on, so I'm happy about that. But your Lenore looked fantastic. And then yesterday, I debuted Queen Serenity, and you finally debuted something that you had only had shot before.
Yes, I was my Dragoon Sylveon because when I saw Sylveon, I was like, oh, it's fairy type, so that means it's a dragon slayer. And then I was like, oh, Sylveon's actually terrifying.
Sylveon is very terrifying.
It's got the dead eyes.
Hey!
The dead blue eyes.
You're a dead blue eye.
No, but when you like just look at its eyes, they're creepy.
What did he say?
They are.
I love those eyes.
No, I love Sylveon too, but it's creepy. And then it's got the move Draining Kiss, which literally steals someone's life essence. Like, that's terrifying. And then the Moonlight Eyes is also, like, a terrifying move.
It's so funny because all day, what was Tony, our friend Tony Lazaro, you've heard his voice on the gate before. Mm-hmm. He was also our photographer all week, and he kept saying, Mimikyu used glare. It's super effective because I kept glaring at everybody. Because resting bitch face, what do you want from my life? I don't fucking know. You know? So he's just like, it's super effective. I'm like, I know.
And then Friday, you want to talk about Friday costumes?
Let's talk about Friday costumes.
You want to go first?
No, you go first.
You sure?
No.
No. Wait, so now what do I do?
I don't know. What do you want to do? No, I debuted Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service, and apparently it was very well received because everybody said I looked fucking adorable.
You were so cute as Kiki. I love you as Kiki.
And apparently I can get away with
So then you were in a second dress. You had 2 dresses this weekend.
Fuck.
You had more dresses than I did.
Fuck.
We're just gonna redact all the previous information.
Nothing for you.
No, I don't. fine. I was wearing 2 dresses. Shut up.
You looked so cute though. Again, you can check out the Instagram to see the photos for these, but just like plug in the Instagram. But
of course, plug our Instagram.
She looked so cute as Kiki.
Apparently, I can get away with shoulder length banged black hair as a look.
Are you surprised though?
No,
I'm not. I could see it. You look cute with any hair.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever seen a hair on you where I was like, no, that doesn't go.
You ever see me blonde?
No.
Yeah, that's why.
You looked good with the silver though this weekend.
The silver.
And you looked good when you had the blonde Bowsette wig. I liked that. I prefer the red one.
The blonde
one
Bowsette
didn't
wig,
look bad.
It didn't look bad, but it was a little too yellow.
It still didn't look bad though.
No, if I ever did blonde, it has to be like ashes. Like ashy blonde.
I got you. That's a good that's like a really good color on anyone.
No? Not always, because if the ashy blonde is not the right shade for you, you actually look like you're a corpse.
Oh man, I should.
But that's just my opinion. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you like looking like a corpse.
I do.
Hey, baby.
I was a vampire today, so yeah.
Does not compute forever. Because I'm sitting here going, wait, are vampires corpses or technically zombies? Zombies.
Yeah.
Because corpses
They're undead.
don't move.
They're undead.
Zombie.
Yeah.
You're just, not...
A zombie that drains blood. That's a vampire.
You're just not decomposing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But either way, I'm very proud of all the work that we put into these cosplays. Yeah. I styled Kiki's wig myself. Mm-hmm. That was the only piece on that cosplay that I didn't, or wasn't, I should say, purchased for me. Mm-hmm. My sister actually gifted me Kiki last year.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's so sweet.
Kiki was on my wish list from Amazon for a while. And I think it was either a birthday or a Christmas present that I got from my sister. I'm pretty sure it may have been birthday. She gifted me that Kiki cosplay, and I just never did anything with it, honestly. Mm-hmm. I upgraded the bow, and I bought her red shoes. Yeah, obviously. And
the backpack. The only thing we couldn't find a Gigi.
I could not find a proper Gigi.
We were at an anime convention, and there was not a single Gigi.
I have one on my Amazon wish list now, which I will most likely end up getting. Or, hey, listeners, hint, hint, go to my wish list if you want to gift me something for Christmas. Christmas! You got your Christmas present from me. So, you're enough.
Call the hustle.
On Friday, I was Cloud Strife.
Yes!
A female version.
Oh, so
specifically remake version, because I do really like how he looks in remake.
It was so good.
And that was probably my favorite day of the convention was Friday. I had so much fun. I had a gay crisis with a Tifa. She was so cute. I got to have girls hang on my arms. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I get to hang out with people I haven't seen in a while.
They
live in Boston.
Yeah. Our friend Hex Ashes
and Sabby Cat.
Sabby Cat came down, as well as our boy Tony Lazaro of Lazaro Studios. All joined us from Boston.
Yeah, from Boston.
The bastards from Boston. I mean,
and we did. We were Sephiroth, Zack, and Cloud. So we were the trio, and it was amazing.
Smashing.
So many people were stopping Choco, like, because her cosplay was chef's kiss. I can't.
I'm actually very proud of it. I was terrified of it.
Everything on that cosplay you made.
The only thing I didn't make was the
pants.
The pants, which I want to change out. I did not. They were like so uncomfortable. Yeah. They were like that. They're like that fake pleather that gives you like instant swamp ass, no matter who you are. Yeah, it was not. I did not like those pants. Changing them, but and the sweater, the turtleneck. I didn't make that.
Yeah, well,
that was it.
Yeah, but everything else, the armor, the gauntlet, the wig, the belt.
I'm pretty proud of that wig.
Every part of that cosplay you made yourself.
Yeah, it was 3D print. It was a mix of 3D print and foam and some fabric-y stuff.
So, like, if you check out Choco Audi Prompts, hello, we've talked about this before, and especially in our Tropicon episodes, I believe. They do have a 3D print business if you are looking for commissions.
Dun, dun, dun.
Plug.
Plug. So do you want to continue on how Friday was?
Friday,
because my Friday was amazing. That was my favorite day. Clearly.
Well, we were weeboo. Friday was, I can't really remember. I mean, I didn't have a bad time.
Yeah.
Friday. It was, we did a lot of wigs Friday.
I did
a lot of wigs.
My wigs was Saturday.
I did a lot of wigs on Friday. That was me. I was doing nothing but wigs at the Paladins booth on Friday. Because I did not bring my makeup kit with me until Saturday. Yeah. Because it was at the request of the Paladins that I do that. Because people kept coming up and asking us to do certain things makeup-wise, and none of us had any supplies to do that. Yeah. So I was like, do you want me to bring my Mayron kit and like all my face painting stuff tomorrow? Because I can do that. And I did. Yeah. I think they liked it.
Yes, they did.
It was a good day.
It really was.
It was a good day. Well, the vibe was off, but it was a good day. Friday, I got to I explored the convention a little bit. It was huge.
Yeah. Is this their biggest?
Yes, because now the renovations are done. Yeah, so because you weren't at the Comic-Con with me, so you didn't get to see all the renovations that they did to the Javits. Yeah. But it was great, and they actually had so much more space, if you ask me. And they utilized that space so much better.
I feel like next year I feel like they can take up more space next year. I think they really should.
Honestly, if you ask me, I'm going to agree. I think
they can definitely
because the basement wasn't used. The basement was not being used for anything except like the soup. Like on one side, where the Crystal Palace side, they were doing the panels.
Because like the con meetups, that could have been totally in its own space. There was no reason to put it technically outside of the convention. That was weird.
Well, they also had the entrances set up differently this year. Yeah, so that could be why it was a little bit awkward.
It's just weird because like you had to. You were still in the convention center, but you had to like pass the.
They're fine.
You had to pass the
They're playing
exit, technically, to get to the meetups for the photo shoots.
And then you had to make sure you had your badge on you because, like, we as cosplayers, we may put our badge in our bag.
Yeah, or like try and hide it, and then you forget where you put it.
Exactly. And to get back inside the con itself.
And then you had to you had to go back through the gate to come back in. So that was like kind of weird.
It was a little bit of a weird mismanagement there. Yeah.
That was the only thing I would say I would change.
Yeah, because we're gonna get more into like the meetup drama in our next episode. Because that counts as tea.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna talk about the drama this time. But that was like the one thing I was just a little confused at because I went to the Final Fantasy VII meetup on Friday because Well, no, it wasn't Final Fantasy VII. It was the Final Fantasy meetup in general for all Final Fantasies. Yep. Because Final Fantasy meetups are always Friday because it's Final Fantasy Friday.
Yes.
FFFF. I'm not a big fan of the meetups because it's like usually too many people and it's like
you're battling for supremacy.
It's not even that. They're just always so chaotic. But because they're like. They weren't, the meetups, at least the one I went to, weren't that big. Like, there were enough people to get a lot of, like, cool things. But they weren't, like, huge.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
But also, will attribute that a lot to anime listening to us and capping the show. Yeah. They capped, this is, again, when I say that they really upped the game with what happened last year. Yeah. It was out of control last year. Completely overcrowded. Yeah. This year could not move.
So last year, one of the issues was the badge check, the bag check, and the COVID check were all in the same exact spot, and you did all three as soon as you entered. And because of that, the line was hours.
4 hours
of a wait.
4 hours I was outside on that line the first day.
Yeah, which was insane because everything was in the same spot, so it took forever to get everything done.
And let's not forget that on Fridays, the convention hours are only 1 to 7.
Yeah, so some people missed the entire convention because it took them that long to get it.
And they missed their panels, they missed their exclusives, they missed everything because of that. Yeah.
This year, what they did is they took a note from New York Comic Con last year, and they had a separate COVID wristband
to get and they also made it so because last year you had to be vaccinated to go to the con. Yes, this year it was either negative COVID test
or vaccinated
or vaccination, which. Okay. New York State, New York City did get rid of the mandate. We cannot enforce it.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, it did allow more people to come, but still with a cap.
Yeah.
It stopped a lot of people from coming.
Yeah.
You know, because the badges sold out. The 3-day badges sold out almost immediately. I was lucky. I got them. But then I didn't need them because I had a press badge.
Yeah.
Which, Feinics Gate got pressed, people. One big milestone for us there. Because we've never done one of our major conventions as press. You have, Choco, with Nerd Caliber.
Yes.
But the Feinics Gate itself has never worked a convention as press. Well, not this convention, not this size as press. No, because like the Feinics Gate was there in tandem with the second rounds as press at New York City Comic Con 1 year. And I've gotten press with the second rounds before. I just went down to, what was it, Spooky Empire?
Yeah.
As press. So, but that was in tandem with the, collaboration with the Flickbook, which is a second round subsidiary. So it's not technically over been just the gate.
Yeah.
This time it was. So I'm very, very milestone, happy with that. And, yeah. I'm going to give myself a round of applause. Thank you. The gate, round of applause. Thank you, Nerd Caliber, for helping out with that. And then you had your exhibitor badge.
Yes.
So we didn't even have to go to the offsite, which is very nice.
Yeah, I was like, no, we're walking right in. We're not waiting online. I'm not doing this.
Honestly, is actually, I think, was a great time saver for the exhibitors, the influencers, the press. We had a separate check for our COVID badges.
Yeah.
Where everybody that had a single day or a 3-day pass had to go to offsite. So it really was able to be much more streamlined, not as congested.
Yeah, because last year I was pressed with Nerd Caliber again, and I ended up waiting in line for almost 6 hours with everybody.
Yep.
Because I kept saying I'm pressed. Can I go get my badge?
Yeah, because you also had to go to will call to do that.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me go do that, which they're supposed to, because when you're press or exhibitor or any of those special badges, you do not get them in the mail. You have to pick them up. They will never mail them out. So there's no way for me to get my badge until I'm indoors. So what they do is they separate it so you can go pick up your badge. And the whole reason that you even have that badge is so you can get in early and do what you need to do for your company, and they didn't do that last year.
No, they did not. It was completely and utterly just a shit show last year. This year, the only shit show that I've noticed was the actual badges themselves.
Oh, they were all the same.
No.
Oh, what are you talking about?
This we will cover in T, but again, I think the only shit show was really just badge delivery.
Oh, yeah.
How some badges didn't get sent, some did, or they didn't get it.
Yeah.
A lot. But we will cover that in next week's episode when we talk about the T.
Yep.
Because that does actually technically fall under T. Which, succeeded in a lot, still lacking in others when it comes to anime.
I still say it's almost a 180 from last year,
Oh,
though.
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it was not perfect.
Yeah.
But they definitely improved.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah,
without a doubt. This was still last year. I was miserable the whole fucking time. Remember, I fucking was pushed down a fucking escalator.
Yeah,
security was treating everybody like fucking criminals. Ugh.
No,
last year was a fucking nightmare, and it almost prevented me from coming back this year because of what happened last year.
Yeah,
but then you invited me to come along with you and help out the Paladins, and I said, "Okay, I'll go." Because I love the Paladins, and I love most of the people, if not all of the people, because I'm sure there's a few I haven't met in person yet.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say I love them yet, but I probably will. It's fine.
Almost everybody at this point. Almost everybody.
Head empty, no thoughts.
Yeah.
But yeah. So when you invited me along to help, and they were okay with it, I was like, fuck it, let's go. So I did, and it was a fantastic experience. So much fun, and I got to paint the look. Today was great.
Yeah, today was really good.
So good, because yesterday we were stuck. Basically, again, people, we are repair, not prepare. Please don't come up to me or any of the other Paladins or any other cosplay repair actually that you see and tell somebody they need to do something for you. We're doing this out of the goodness of our hearts. We are not getting paid for this.
Yeah, we do not get paid for it. We do not get compensated for it. All the materials that were there, besides maybe like the mirrors,
which were provided by the convention.
Yeah, were materials we brought in. Like, so they're like our own stuff. Like,
yeah, this is literally my own makeup.
Yeah, I won't go too far into it. I'll save it for the tea.
Yeah.
Like I had to throw out some of my stuff because it was broken by people.
Some of my stuff grew legs.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So, but we'll get more into
that next week.
But it was still really fun. Like I got today I got a lot of thank yous.
I did too.
Everyone said thank you today.
I actually was working on a couple.
Oh yeah, you had someone get like really emotional.
They
right?
almost cried the makeup off after I was done. I was like, "Don't cry!"
The Todoroki, right?
The Todoroki.
Yeah.
So we had I was all day. We decided to get curry because they have tiger curry.
Oh, it was so good.
So tasty.
Oh my God, that was delicious.
The food vendors at Comic-Con are but when it comes to Anime NYC, they go above and beyond to get good food vendors because they didn't have food trucks.
Yeah, because they
closed the tunnel down.
Yeah, they closed the tunnel because they wanted the line to go through there so that it wouldn't be as like crazy as last year, which was smart.
Again,
but it did get rid of the food trucks, which I know a lot of people
and
like.
And the cosplay place where we like to go and shoot.
It was too cold to shoot this weekend, though. I think it would have got
You still would have had
a
couple
sick.
of people, though.
Yeah.
You still would have had a couple of those crazy people.
There
were crazy-ass people that went to the freaking Beehive and shot there.
Sorry, I zoned out. I was like, the Beehive? What are you talking about?
The hexagon.
I know, it took me a second. I finally saw where that was today. I never knew where in regards to the Javits Center that was.
It's only a block away.
I know. I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was like on the same street, just further down.
Nah.
But it's like
a half block up and then 1 block over. Like, not even a block. It's like a half block.
Yeah.
Weird block. But, because that whole area is kind of weird.
It really is. It's like it wants to be downtown and it's not.
It wants to be the waterfront and it's not.
It's just a strange area.
So weird. But Sundays are always big children days.
Yes.
Like, parents are there, they bring their kids, so, like, there's a lot of younger kids. And then also keep in mind, this has also gotten very, very big with the BIPOC community.
Yes.
Anime is huge with the BIPOC community. And what I'm loving about Anime NYC this year is there was a very heavy, positive showing of BIPOC cosplayers.
Yes.
Dressing as whatever the fuck they wanted. Why? Because their character was going to be black today. That's why I'm telling you. It was beautiful.
There were so many good cosplays this weekend. We were talking about that, what was it, yesterday? Saturday, right?
Saturday.
Either Saturday or like Friday night where it was like saying like there's so many really good cosplays this year.
Saturday. We talked about it Friday and Saturday, actually.
I think it was when while we were just chilling with Tony.
Yeah.
I think was when we were talking about that.
Yeah, that was Saturday.
Yeah, so during the shoot Saturday. Yep.
That was
There's so many.
Y'all did good. You did real good. But what I love
if you were at AnimeNYC, you looked amazing.
You did. There were a few of you that, motherfuckers, wear deodorant. I mean, come on. Like, I had one.
Oh, man, there was some bad smells.
Yeah. So. We'll talk about that during the tea. But, I did make one guy laugh, though. When you and I were running around downstairs on Friday. I think we had, I don't remember where.
This is when we were looking around
I think we were looking around and we were headed back up to the Paladins booth.
Yeah.
And somebody, like, I looked at you and I was just like, do you smell that? And you were like, yeah. I'm like, I'm like, what time is it? I look at my watch, it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, about 2, 3. The con started at 1. And I didn't realize I was being very loud. And a group of guys in front of me, One Piece cosplayers, I believe, heard me say very loudly, how the fuck is it only 3 o'clock in the afternoon? We've only been here 2 hours and the entire place already smells like bad booty.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, do you motherfuckers not wear deodorant or shower?
Did you not shower?
And the guy in front of me just dropped dead laughing. Just done. And I was just like, oh, I said that louder than I meant to.
I think I want to. There was at one point today where I feel like I went through 4 waves of smells.
Yeah.
In one section, and I was like, this is disgusting.
It's bad. It was bad. It was very, very bad. But other than that, but again, we're not talking bad today. We're talking milestones. We're talking good. We'll cover more of that in the.
But that's
fucking,
that's like an anime convention staple. Is the smell?
I mean,
it's not a good staple, but it is.
when you have someone who's as sensitive as nose as mine. I'm sorry.
No,
Not
it was bad, but
no, you can't do it. Wear fucking deodorant or wash. I don't fucking know.
this has been a PSA from
The Feinics Gate. But like, it's not the first time I fucking said it, guys. When we've talked cons, y'all just don't learn. What I do love is that the children were coming up. Some of them looked really, really cute in their little cosplays.
Yeah.
And like you could tell that they worked so hard on these cosplays. Like, granted, yeah, they're from probably Mick Costumes or Amazon or whatever, but you could tell they worked really hard to become, quote unquote, the character that they were cosplaying. And it was like, so I had these 3 little girls back to back. And this is, we went off on another tangent, but we're going to ring it back in.
Yep.
We were trying to eat our curry.
Yes.
I wanted a break. I needed a break. I was getting very tired. And I really just needed to eat. So this is around like 1 o'clock in the afternoon today. And back to back, I had drawing tattoos on people. I was drawing.
Yeah, you did 2 of the same One Piece tattoo.
Oh, you One Piece cosplayers are killing me. All right.
I was like, of all the tattoos to be the second one that you're doing, it's the same one you just did.
I know.
It was so funny.
I know. But it says a lot about somebody who is an MUA, and I am in no way, shape, or form a certified MUA. I just know what I'm fucking doing. To be able to draw the exact same tattoo on 2 exact opposite skin tones and types. Because the first one, young Asian young lady. The second one, young black man. Both completely different skin texture and type and color, obviously. And I still was able to make the exact same design in the exact same way and still show up the exact same way on both skin. Fuck you, I know what I'm doing. All right? So, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Bitch. But I also drew on, like, I did Hawk's eyes, like his little, like, eye, his Hawk's eyes.
Yeah.
I did a couple of Ash chickies on their cheeks. I did scars today. I did a hand tattoo from a summoning game in bright red on a young man. I did diva whiskers.
Yeah.
Like Naruto whiskers on a few people.
Really?
Couple.
Oh, you did Ash Ketchum, too.
I did Ash Ketchum. The chickas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I call them the chickas. Even though there's just a squiggly line, it's the chickas.
I always thought they were lightning bolts.
Chickas. It's the facial hair that Ash wish he had. That's what it is. What else did I do today? I did actual beauty makeup the best I could with what I was working with on the 2 little girls.
The ones who asked for the eyeshadow?
The one girl wanted Kakagure. I forget main character's name.
I don't remember.
Okay, well, the black-haired one.
Yeah.
She wanted to just have like a cute little wing with some pink on her lid, and I was like, well, honey, pink's not gonna look good. You're wearing red.
Yeah.
So I fixed it. And she opens up her eyes, and the look on her face was, oh my God. Like, she literally, I was like, don't cry. It's water-based. It'll run. So and then
Don't cry, I'll have to do it again.
I don't know if it was her sister or her cousin or her friend. I think it was her cousin. Obviously, like, maybe 13, 14 years old these little girls are. I don't think they've ever had their makeup done professionally. Who knows if they even wear makeup at all.
Yeah.
And the other little girl was dressed as a Demon Slayer character, the butterfly.
Yes.
Shinobu.
Shinobu, yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, oh my God, you mean me next. So obviously she was a little younger. I'm going to guess this little girl was probably around 12. So obviously I'm not going to do, like, you know, adult makeup on these children.
Yeah.
But I gave her a little black wing, followed by a little purple wing, and then a little tiny bit of purple eyeshadow. The same way I did the longer wing and red eyeshadow for her cousin.
Yeah.
Both of them were like, oh my God, I liked it so much. And then as I was finishing, I'm getting ready to eat that fucking curry, and I was like, yes, it's cold, I don't care, I'm going to shovel this bitch in. Another girl came up.
That was the Todoroki, right?
You pointed her out to me, and you said, what did you say to me?
Would you be able to do a scar makeup?
And I said,
a Todoroki scar?
and I looked at you and I said, would I be able to, or do I want to? Because those are two very different things.
I didn't see that you hadn't eaten yet, because my back was faced to you, because I was working on Misa from Death Note wig.
Which you did fucking fantastic, by the way.
I just had to brush it, but that was the one that hurt my arm. That was when I was like, I can't do wigs anymore.
Yeah, because you did like 11 or 12 of them yesterday.
So I think I did 10 yesterday on Saturday, and then I did 5 or 4 today. Ooh. And yeah, I did a lot today too.
You did do a lot today.
Like I did,
and it's not like they were small wigs.
No, these were like, one of them was basically a commission that I should have got paid for with how much work I did.
The spiky.
Yeah, and then all of them were like bang work, but like heavy bang work. Like these were like never touched wigs that they were asking, like, can you do these spiky bangs? And I'm just like, this takes time. These are not quick things. I can't just cut it and be like, go. Like,
no.
These are not like these kind of things.
No. These are not the droids we're looking for.
So, like, some of them didn't have like wig caps on either. Some of them, their wig wasn't even on right, so I had to like.
One of the Paladins was nice enough, and I think it was Trinity, was nice enough to bring in a ton of extra wig caps that they weren't going to use.
There were people who had no wig caps on, and
they didn't even brush their fucking hair.
Yeah.
Or put it up in a ponytail.
Which, I'm not saying that's like, you can't do that. Like, I know not everyone knows how to put a wig on when it's like the first time or whatever.
That is true. I actually did have to do back-to-back all 3 days on boys.
Had to put on a wig?
Had to put on a wig.
Yeah, the Misa, I had to help them put it on.
Yeah.
And everything. So that I hate putting like wig caps and like stuff on people.
I feel like
I'm smacking them with, like I'm hurting them, because it's easy for me to put a wig cap on myself, because if I hurt myself, it's on myself.
You.
But like it's hard on another person because it's a very tight thing. So you're putting a tight thing over some stranger's head, and it's like, I'm sorry, this is hurting right now.
On some real,
like,
and then you have a lot shorter nails than I do.
Yeah.
So imagine that on top of, I'm like digging my nails into your skull brain.
But yeah, no, I was doing wigs, so I was working on a Misa wig. So when my back was to you, so I hadn't seen that, because I had thought you got a break at one point.
No, I literally, as soon as I set my paints out, can you? And it wasn't just paints. Remember, I was also doing all of the Prozade stuff too.
Yeah.
Like beards and mustaches.
Yeah.
And fixing wigs so that they don't move. Mm-hmm. That was all me.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm proud of myself on that.
You should be.
And I did a lot of wigs too.
Yeah.
My hands are so sticky still. I've washed them so many times, and I still feel like there's got to be glue residue on me.
I took one of the hairsprays. I was like, this is my money for the
I got $5 from my mom when I fixed that little girl's wig this morning. Like, a little girl came in, I would say 14, 15, give or take, and the mom was like, can you? And I'm like, yeah, it's not a problem. The spikes are just fluffy from the wind. I can easily make them spikes again. And, oh, well, the other one's drooping. Bitch, it's called bobby pins. I got this. You know? That didn't take me very long. What, like 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And then you were doing that other wig. That you worked on that one spiky wig, I think, for...
I want to say an hour.
Maybe 2.
It was very long.
Maybe 2, because the rest of the guy... Like, we were slammed Saturday a lot. I mean, it was bad. Mm-hmm. Like, bad. Like, guys, come on.
Yeah.
Again. Talk about it in the tea. We'll talk about it in the tea. I just want to talk about it so bad. I just want to talk about it. But I think you and I did some stellar work, because on top of also the wigs and everything else that you were doing, you were sewing and any, chance you got too.
Yeah, no, because that was what I was most excited to do. I was like, I'm going to help people with some sewing stuff and things like that. And then I was like, oh, we got stuck with wigs, because how it started was one of our mutual friends came over, and their wig there was what really wasn't too much wrong with the wig. It's just
needed
that
to
it was like in his eyes, and I felt bad. And I was like, we have wig supplies. Like I can fix your wig so you can see, and I can do like the little bangs for you so that it's like styled a little bit more. It was Persona 3 main character, so it's not like crazy wig.
No,
but I wanted to let him be able to see because
we don't need sheepdog syndrome.
Yeah, I saw the wig fibers poking into his eyes, and I was like, let me help you, please. And then because I was working on that, people were walking by seeing me working on wigs behind the table, meaning I'm someone who's here to assist. So then they were like, oh, so you can do wigs. Can you help me with mine? And then it never stopped.
And that was the same thing with me where Law, the head man in charge, was saying, Jade knows how to do that. Mm-hmm. Go to Jade over there. Go to her, like having me. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm literally sitting there just combing, putting spikes, fixing hair, doing that. And I was just like, this is happening. All right. I am a wig stylist right now. Let's go. And then other people were asking about the makeup. I didn't do any makeup on Friday.
No, because we didn't have anything for makeup. We didn't have any
supplies.
Yeah.
But Saturday, it was almost nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
Nonstop for me with makeup.
Yep.
I was
because we didn't get dressed in like Saturday. We weren't in our costumes, and we were there from
9 a.m.
No, we got there at like 8. No, we got there at 9. Yeah,
9:01.
9:01 we got there, which was before the con opened, right? Because it opened at 10.
Opens at 10.
Yeah, so we were there from an hour before the con opened
to set up.
Yeah, we didn't really get into our costumes until like 3 p.m. because we were helping people from then.
No, 2.
Me, I wasn't.
You weren't in.
I wasn't in mine until like
3.
3
I had to get in mine by 2 because I had the meetup at 3, and then my photo shoot.
You had your
4.
meetup, so I wasn't even like when you were at your meetup. I wasn't in my costume yet.
I know. I didn't see you in Sylveon until during my photo shoot with Tony.
Till 4.
Yeah, yeah. And I was just like,
because I was still doing wigs, and I still hadn't eaten.
Yep. You hadn't eaten. I had barely eaten, and it was just a shit show. But it was great. We did get to wander. We did get breaks. They didn't. They weren't keeping us locked in a cage.
Yeah, no. We got to like take a break whenever we wanted to. There was like no scheduled thing or anything like that. It was just like,
I could have just fucked off if I wanted to. I'm not a paladin.
Yeah.
But I stayed because I wanted to.
See, Friday I wasn't really at the table, so I had felt bad. So that's why I wanted to help on Saturday a lot more.
Yeah.
And Sunday, because Friday I was like, I really want to do my cloud stuff.
Yeah. Today I was really. I did no wigs today. Well, no, that's a lie. I did 1 wig today.
I didn't want to do wigs today.
No, I'm lying.
But then I was.
Wigs.
But then I was working on my wig, and people saw me working
3.
on my wig.
No,
and
then
they were like,
today.
"Oh, can you do wigs?"
Yeah, you did mostly wigs today.
I did 1 makeup.
You did 1 makeup.
It was just Sanji eyebrows, which now that I've done them on someone, they're very weird. Yeah. I hate them. They're not hard to do. They're just like
annoying.
Just weird.
They're just
it's just like like
squiggles.
A squiggles, but it's like they're weird looking.
They are weird.
Because I thought the eyebrows would like twist into each other. Mm-hmm. Makes more sense to me, but no, they're like this. And I was like, what the fuck?
Anime,
Why would
baby.
you design this? Even the person who was getting, because I was showing the reference to the person I was doing the eyebrows on, he was even like, I didn't even know they were this weird. I was like, I don't know, dude.
I love that. Like, you don't even know your source material, bro.
I was like, this is what I'm finding on Google Images. This is what I'm going to do on you.
Basically. I got to a point where people were like just expecting me to know certain things, or I was like, I need a reference photo or I can't do it.
Yeah.
But we went off on another tangent, but I'm going to reel it back in. So the last person you asked me to do right before I got our big break, which was the break that we needed, which is good because I managed to shovel it in and then get to my photo shoot on time. Mm-hmm. And your shoot was right after mine, so we were actually on point with that. The gods were serendipitous and the time gods were happy and did what we had to do. So it was good. I got to, right before I did this, was this little girl, like, I want to say maybe 16, 17.
Yeah.
Okay. A little older than the other two, in a Todoroki dressed down, like sweatpants kind of look, and she's like...
Sports festival,
yeah. Thank you. And she goes, I guess she asked you first. While
Yeah, because I was working on the wig.
I think I was working on the little girls while you were doing that. And then you were like, you asked me if I wanted to do the scar, and I was like, what? So she's like, I'm sure you can just do better than anything I could have done. I'm like, sit down. Like, I'm sure I scared this poor girl because I'm in full makeup and mimicued out at this point. I'm wearing Mimikyu. So I'm like, wafting. But not with smell, with my cosplay, because it's all dreamy and scary, ghost. Mimi. Anyway.
Smashing.
She sits down, and I start working on her, and she goes, it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm like, just show me his scar. I just need to see how far it goes up and out on his forehead, because he always wears his hair over it. Just show me that. So she did. I looked at it. I was like, bet, I got this. So I drew the scar on her face, fixed up her eye, gave her an eyebrow because I covered it in red. Because he does have an eyebrow, shockingly, considering it's a scar.
It's third-degree burns.
Like Zuko doesn't even have that.
No, he doesn't.
No.
He doesn't even have a full ear.
No.
His ear is messed up, too.
Yeah. Character development. What are you going to say? But, so I did that, and then I went in and I actually, mimicked how they have in the anime. And she was
mimicued it?
I mimicued it. Yes. I see what you did there.
Thanks.
But she literally, I thought she was going to cry.
I thought she was, because you even alerted me, because I'm
like, Christina, help me. I don't know what to do. This is a child. I think I hurt their feelings. I thought that I did wrong at first.
I had to double check. I was like, is everything okay?
The best part is about this whole story.
Because we were working right next to each other.
Yeah. The best part about this story, I know you guys are probably bored by now, but fucking deal with it. The best part about this story is there was 2 older seasoned cosplayers doing their makeup on the other side of the table. Not using my supplies, just getting ready.
Yeah.
And they saw the interaction, and one of them looks at me and they go, that's what it's all about, isn't it? I was like, what? I'm sorry. And she's like, that look on that little girl's face, she's A, never gonna forget that experience, and B, now she's gonna have the confidence to go off and do it herself.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what? And she goes, you did that. You gave that little girl her dream cosplay just by putting a little red paint on her face.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there going, I did that? She goes, yeah, you fucking did that. I was like, and then the other cosplayer was like, you have no idea. I think this may be her first convention, and you just made it amazing. I'm like, oh, excuse me, I'm getting a little verklempt.
Yeah, that was when I was working on the Marie from Kakaguri.
Yeah.
When her wig, she was telling me how her first convention was I think this past summer. She was at PuchiCon. That was her first con ever. But she had just this was her first year of cosplaying, and she was like, I tried to do the wig myself, and I she was apologizing that the wig had a lot of hairspray, and I was like, don't worry, I'm. I brushed it out, so most of the regular hairspray is already brushed out, and if anything, it's going to give it a little bit more texture for when I go through with it. So, and I was kind of teaching her while I was doing the bangs on her. So I was like, these are the kind of shears I'm using. If you ever want to try it, yourself, give it yourself another shot. These scissors will, save your life. They erase pretty much any mistake that you're doing, with any blunt scissor cut, and then on Saturday there was this, I don't know what the character was. I was just shown a photo and I could not recognize it, which is rare for me.
That is rare.
That's very rare. I usually, if I
you're
don't
the
know,
anime stan of this account. Sorry.
If I don't know the name of the character, I will know by fandom, or I'll know I'll have seen it before, but this was something I had zero idea. It's probably some weird gacha game that I don't play or something. I don't know.
Most likely, because I did do a lot of Genshin.
Oh, I did so many Genshin too. But no, that's another story.
Another story.
But he wanted to sit next to me while I was working on his wig on the wig head because he was like, do you mind if I like watch you work on it so that I can know for myself? So I was kind of doing like a tutorial for him.
That is
while
adorable.
I worked on it, and I was like talking through it, and I was like, because he kept asking questions. He's like, what are you doing this part? And I was like, I'm doing this so that it looks like this and all these kind of things. And I was like explaining each material that I was using for him, and I was like, oh, I love this. This I like. That was like probably one of the best wigs on Saturday for me because the person was like interested. It wasn't just like, can you do this for me and then walk away
or give you an attitude.
Yeah,
like that one character.
Yeah,
Natsu giving us a wig in the fucking packaging and saying, "Spike me." You want me to spike you, bitch? I can spike you, but you're not gonna like it.
He was really excited to like learn so that he could do it on his own. And then, like, he came back later because I think he was actually returning some bobby pins, which was very nice. Because I remember he came back to the table and he said thank you again later because he was, like, wearing it at that point. Because I never saw it on him.
Yeah.
He, like, when it was done, he took it and was going to, like, I guess he changed into it later. And he was wearing it and he said he wanted to say thank you again. And I was like, oh, this guy was really nice. So,
all in all, this weekend...
we had a lot of wholesome moments.
A lot of wholesome moments, a lot of milestones, a lot of debuts, a lot of happiness. Fucked up shit did happen.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that next week.
That's next week, so you got to tune in for that one because we were doing the light side of the con. Next week would be the dark. And the tea, when I tell you this fucking tea, it is scalding hot and has a little bit of whiskey in it. Put it that way. It is that good of a tea.
I would you say, without spoiling, would you say the good overshadowed the bad, though?
Yes.
I would agree, right?
I have to agree with you, yes.
What would you rate this AnimeNYC? I guess out of 10, probably.
Well, considering last year we gave it a big fat 0.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this year's AnimeNYC a 7.5.
I was going to say a 7. I would give it an 8, but I had something happen personally
that's why it's a 0.5 and not an 8.
Yeah.
And that's because it happened to you.
Yeah.
Which by proxy means I couldn't commit a murder.
If that didn't happen, I probably would have given this an 8.
Yeah.
Like a solid 8.
Yeah.
So that's not, the thing that happened to me is not really on the con itself.
But it is still tea.
Yeah. So I'd say a 7.
I'm giving it a 7.5 just because it was an extremely pleasant experience. Really getting to flex certain muscles that I do not get to use very often, except on myself.
Yeah.
Like, my cosplay muscles. And really getting to show what I'm capable of to a bunch of my peers that I greatly respect, the Paladins of Cosplay. So that was 1. 2, getting to be able to help out my cosplay brethren, whether I know you personally or not, which 99.9% of the people who came to bother me, you didn't bother me, I'm kidding, who came to see what I can do or was given to me to help by the group, I didn't know. But it was a very pleasant experience. I had a great time at the Sailor Moon meetup. Rizuki, banging job. 5 years running. Since 2017, she's been doing Sailor Moon meetups, but 5 years every year at AnimeNYC.
Those are the most organized meetups usually at a convention are
Well,
Rizuki's.
it's Rizuki's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the other ones are always like, what's going on? And I got no idea. Okay.
Nope. Rizuki, you always run a fucking banger of a meetup.
This is why Rizuki is a lot of convention staff cosplay coordinator.
Yes, all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Perfect. So, great time. Tony, I cannot wait to see the photographs he took of you and I.
Yes.
So that was a really pleasant experience. The food was good.
The food was better than last year, too.
Last year, too.
Last year, I think...
It was a little cheap.
Didn't we get sick?
We did.
Ish.
We did. Because we tried one new spot. They were not there this year. Because I don't think we were the only ones that got sick.
It was so unmemorable, I don't remember what I ate.
Gorilla something. Gorilla curry.
Yeah, the one we had this year was
It was it was Go-Go Tiger Curry.
Yeah, this one was bomb.
This one was really good.
I got the karaage curry.
I got the chazu.
It was good. The
pork was not dry. It was flavorful. It was great.
the karaage wasn't like, you know how, because it's fried chicken and you're putting it in curry, sometimes it's like too moist and it falls apart.
Yeah.
It was like still had crisp to it, but it wasn't like dried out crisp. It was so good.
So good.
And that curry had like such a nice spice to it.
Oh, and it wasn't
my God.
overwhelming because I don't normally like spicy.
Yeah, see, I wasn't drinking anything when I had it, so like I had like a sip of water after, and that was all I needed to just cool down just a little bit.
Yeah.
But
it had a nice bite. It didn't have a good... if you're somebody that likes burn, you wouldn't have liked that.
No, this was like just the, that spice just for more flavor than a burn.
Spice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is how I like my spice.
Same. Like, give me flavor, don't give me death.
Yeah.
So, A+ on the food, A+ on the company, A+ on the way that it was run. Honestly, I believe you and I may be a little biased when it comes to how it was run because we had the exhibitor and press badges.
Yeah. But I was talking to other people and really no one was having issues with the line. Like
a few of our friends did, but we'll get into that when we talk the tea.
Because I know when I talked to Tony, he was like, "No, it went by fast." Like Fernando even said he got in pretty easy.
No, they did. The line was very streamlined, but there was a couple hiccups here and there, a couple things that could be done better. But we'll talk about that in the tea.
Okay.
So, like, all in all,
I think they did a good job.
Extremely pleasant experience this time around.
Keep it up.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
Definitely keep it up. If you're listening out there, keep it up. And hey, by the way, why don't you have the Feinics Gate cover your pod? We can cover everything. How you doing? What's going on? What's going on? But it is the end of the night. Mm-hmm. I'm tired.
Yep.
You're tired.
I gotta drive home.
You still gotta get back to the Chocobo nest
and unpack
most
of the things.
And Mr. Scotty's on fire, I'm sure, is missing you because you've been spending the last 3 days with me. 4, technically, because you came here Wednesday night.
Thursday night.
Yeah. Thursday night. What day is it? I don't know. But
I keep forgetting Thanksgiving is this week.
Oh, God. All right. Humans of the Phoenix Nation and maybe cryptids. I don't know. We love you. We're going to talk more next week about AnimeNYC. We're going to talk tea. I want you to join in. Follow us on the socials, like I said in the beginning of the cast, to find out who our special guest will be.
If you were there, leave us a comment. Let us know how you thought of the con.
If you saw us.
Yeah, and if we get any comments before we record next week, we'll read some them of them on the podcast.
Yeah.
So leave as whatever comments you like, even if it's just like, hey, I like you guys' podcast. We'll read that.
That's true. It's very true.
And rate us if you're watching it on a podcast or watching. If you're listening on a podcast site that has ratings, please feel free to rate us if you enjoy what you hear.
Yeah, please give us ratings on Apple Podcasts so we can stay relevant on there.
Yeah, Apple Podcasts. I think Spotify.
Spotify does ratings too now. Mm-hmm. New thing. But hey, we would love hearing from you guys. We are so pleased that we are able to give you 75 episodes of us being assholes.
Yeah.
And that Choco, believe it or not, has been involved for at least 40 of them.
Yeah, at this point.
At this point, you've done at least half of them. So, I mean, rock, fist bump. Anyways, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining us for 75 episodes.
Here's to another 75.
I mean, I'll definitely come back at 150 and revisit this episode. I don't care.
Maybe if we time it right, it'll be AnimeNYC next year at the 150th episode.
Ooh.
I don't know.
There's only 52 weeks in a year, so that's only 52 podcasts in only 1 year, technically, and we do take time off every now and again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, tune in. We love you. It's Jade and Choco. We are so fucking done.
We tired.
We tired. So, okay, bye. We love you.